Okay, what's up, guys? My name is Ninja on a Ninja. Um, and basically, well, first off, because I literally just hopped on. Like, I don't know how long I've ever been awake for about an hour, but I really haven't been doing anything. Still basically asleep. But, pretty much. Uh, Let's see, I'm gonna shoes on, slippers. Getting old, gotta keep my feet warm. But anyways, because when you're young, your circulation's great. When you get old, you gotta keep it fucking flowing. Not saying I'm old, but that's just what happens. But anyways, so there was. I don't have anything open, so if you're saying anything, I apologize. I can't see it quite yet, but um, well, basically, there was somebody I was. Because I logged on to Blue Sky, right? Tomorrow. Ooh, okay. I'll start tomorrow. Where's the date? It didn't say. No, whatever. Fuck you. Huh? Oh, I think I clicked the wrong one, yeah. The 28th tomorrow, and then I got one the 29th, and I have the fuck, and then the 30th. Oh boy. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Okay, anyways, so I logged into Blue Sky. Let me reenact it. Okay. Never save for password. Never. Fuck you, Google, saving passwords. Let me just put all your passwords in one place. Oh no, we were hacked. Oh man, everyone has their passwords, and all the most important people were hit and targeted. And there's millions of dollars and zillions of dollars lost. Poor bastards. How's this? Oh, okay. Anyways, so I go online. I see they have what's called notifications. Pretty much somebody liked my post, like this, like this, like that, like this, like that. Agreed, disagreed. Uh, and then there's this person seduced by madness dot bsky dot social, basically. Well, first it starts at gaze of blue sky. Okay, so I have no problem with them. They said so far, here's a list of companies reinforcing their commitment to DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. And then they list some companies, right? I was like, so my response was, it's fine, but if you pick a person who is 20% and colored over someone who's 80%, you suck and are hurting the world, basically. Give people a chance, but don't let stupid win. And someone says, you're trying too hard. And then I said, yeah, because what I said isn't legit. Like, what, I don't get what the hell you're trying to get at. Okay, anyways. And she says, exactly. Like, okay. And then so I respond, that's why God invented the class system. I was kidding, of course. For people who didn't go to school and those that did, to understand things, even if they are odd. It's called intelligence. You can't learn it at school, but school helps it along, right? And that's where the train currently sits, right? But the thing that stood out to me was what I said. It's called intelligence. You can't learn it at school, but it helps it along. And it's true, you can't learn it at school, but school does help it. It can help it if you have good teachers, which isn't what the schools are looking for or hiring. Most of them are just looking for somebody, anybody who will fill the role. Just read from the book and teach from the book. And unfortunately, you get what you give, right? When it comes in education, basically, like humans are monkeys, copy paste, right? Uh, I would say there's something alien about me, maybe, and so I'm kind of like Elon Musk in a sense, where not because he's a Nazi, but like I'm creative beyond the norm. Basically, like he's part Down syndrome, and maybe I'm part on the syndrome as well. I know before that there was some person on here who was very smart, intelligent rather, and well, actually, I don't remember. Fuck. Um, well, you see, he was smart. I don't know if it was intelligent, smart, or education smart. I don't remember. But he made mention that maybe it was because he has a big head, basically. And it sounds dumb, but you have to understand bigger head, maybe he had a bigger brain, right? Compared to most people. And the point of a brain, because the way I measure intelligence is if you put something underwater and it swims upwards for air, it's intelligent. Like, at the very least, it's smart enough to stay alive. It's smart enough to swim. It's smart enough to know it's like even after it has to put its head up, or it sits like this. If you sit in it, you're good. But if you're laying it and you're drowning and you lay there and just die, and all you have to do is just lean up a little bit, you don't have intelligence. And you can have hell smart ass people that are very educated, and they would have drowned because they're not intelligent. They're not smart. Like Trump, I think if you put in a bathtub would probably drown because he's not smart. He's pretty fucking stupid, right? And I'm not trying to be political or whatever. I really think that. I think he's pretty fucking stupid. Like knowing him, talking, seeing him, and whatnot, and using my fucking monkey brain. That's what I perceive, basically. If you look, if you watch, a lot of Republican speakers, they all read from a book, and that's because they're puppets. They're all reading. They have a script that's written by somebody. Um, I always forget his name. He was a center stage until there was it was the world. It wasn't a free battle. Like he thought he could just show up and just like I'm the king of the world, and the world was like yes, king, yes. But instead, what he got was a bunch of people like, "Who the fuck are you?" Like that was the left. Where like, "Who the fuck are you?" Like you're just some dude. Like, shut the fuck up. And so he's oh shit, and he did down. And now you don't hear a damn thing from him, but he's just as powerful and he's just as involved. And Steve Bannon, I know because that was a recent post I had lately. I'll go ahead and read that too, cause fuck it. So Mrs. Betty Bowers, yeah, Mrs. Betty Bowers. America's biggest problem isn't having a president who routinely lies to its citizens, including saying he didn't know what Project 2025 was. It was it's that over half of those citizens either don't care about it or applaud the deceptions. And then my response was he is just a puppet for the rich behind him and the people like Steve Bannon. They want the money, and immigrants are supposed to be slaves. Basically, basically, Trump is a puppet. He is a Trojan horse. That's why I called him a Trojan horse. Basically, and Steve Bannon, he was a main figurehead, but completely quiet now. Lindsey Graham, like all these names you used to hear all the time, but you don't hear about them anymore. And the reason why is because they found out and realized I can't just poke my head out and be like, I'm the king, and then everyone's like, king, king. Like back in the day, what they tried to say was the reason why people were like down with queens and kings and shit. It wasn't a sword or stone. It was just, I'm the king. Was it? Um, Fuck, I don't remember. I'm trying to remember something Monty Python and the Holy Grail, basically. And it's a joke or whatever, but people actually think that that's basically how it started to some extent, where it's like they just you didn't actually see him pull the sword from the stone like today. Like you could have, I could have done that. Like, I literally could have done that. Most of you wouldn't care, right? And that's what the left is. You need to show me proof, and then once you show me proof, and once you're proving yourself, then yeah, I'll be loyal to you. But you need to show me proof. Whereas the right is like, yeah, I trust you regardless. You say that, I'm gonna trust you, and this is why the right's fucked up right now. Is because the people took advantage of that, obviously. And this is why Christianity has a fault. Basically, the way I explained it was Christianity has a room. Basically, no one is allowed to go in that room. No one is allowed to go in that room, right? But no one's allowed to go in that room. Okay, and that's basically it. No one's allowed to go in that room, and what happens is hella corrupt people are going into that room and changing to what God said to whatever the fuck they want, and they walk out of that room and they're like, "What did God say?" Oh, God said that I'm supposed to be the king. Wow, what? Whoa, whoa! And then people are like, "What? God said it? Okay, and that's it." Basically, that's what religion is. Unfortunately, there's a dark side to it, and I can see um, what they're going for. Whereas if everyone would stay in that fucking room, it would work. Problem is, people don't stay in that room. You have the option of going in there, and there's no one to contest it. There's no one to really prove it because that's the left does. Basically, it's a religion, right? Like there are people that are like, I believe you, but you have to prove it, right? Prove yourself. Once you prove yourself, sure, whatever, fine, or whatever. You proved it, okay, fine. If you proved yourself to the five people that I trust because they don't sell out and they were like, guess what? You proved yourself. I have no choice. This guy kind of showed me his value, his worth, and yeah, he's pretty good. Then the person that's following that person's like, okay, I'll believe you. I'll believe it. It's kind of like a religion. It's the same thing. But anyways, so I forgot the main point here. Again, that's part of the not really the problem. Kind of. I'll bring this up too. Basically, do you see how I forgot what I was saying, right? And I forgot what I was talking about. The problem was that most of the bad people in the world were going to be like, well, fuck that guy, let me talk. And they'll take my way and I built you up, built you up, built you up, built you up. And then I'll kind of hesitate. And then they'll take the hesitation and then they'll run off with it. And then they'll be the king of the world because I built it up. But the problem is that, yeah. And I give him a minute, 1 second, 1 second. And then someone's like, and then the stars and then the trees and Oreo cookies, and then everyone's like, yeah, and then they open their legs to him, and then he has, and then the world's great for like 50 years or 40, 30, 20 years, or whatever it takes, however it takes to drain the world of its resources and make it suck because he took all your money, spent all your money because all money and wealth you're generating, it's all being concentrated. Like right now, it is with the rich, right? Elon Musk and all that shit. Every rocket he sends you, or money, if you didn't know, right? Um, all that stuff is going somewhere, and they take it, and then now I got nothing left, and now they okay, so now we're gonna go back to what you're talking about, but he didn't have anything. He stole what I said, and I died and I forgot about it, and there's nothing here. Oh shit! And that's what cancer is, basically. And then you just free fall and you're dead. You die because it's follow. It's fake it till you make it, right? That whole statement, YOLO, right? This is all shit people used to say back in the day, to because they were just puffed out chests and like believe me, no one's believing me. What the fuck, YOLO? You only live once. You only live once. And I'm yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm getting some, right? And then fake it till you make it. Hey, look at me, look at me, look at me. Oh shit, I'm getting all this fucking land as well, all this prosperity, all this good shit. Hell yeah. And then the problem is the world's actually starting to fall apart. And then we're going back to our roots, and that person who's fake it till you make it has no roots because it's fake it till you make it. It's full of shit. And the people that actually had roots, like myself, that the world's ignoring because I forgot what I was saying, right? They all changed the channel. They all moved on. It's too fast. They're too fast. Their intelligence is too low. Like that's the problem with the world. That's why I refuse to change. But if you want to actually be the king of the world, slow the fuck down and come and listen to me. It's not hard. There's a lot of people liking me out there, but there's only one me, right? I forgot what I was saying. Steve Bannon. Trying to remember Steve Bannon. And so what I was saying before was that well, I forgot what I'm saying. Let me get back on track. And you do, and you're like, oh, you're saying something about Steve Bannon. If you let me hop back on track, and then okay, all right. So something about this, and then I'm just off again. Like yeah, and then so like that's what that is. And so what happens is we're gonna go great, and then if something happens, if I were to fucking die, you go back to my wisdom and you wouldn't go very far. You wouldn't have to reset very far because I have my roots. I have my roots. I'm a real person. I'm not fake it to make it. I made it because I'm real. Like I'm fucking old man now. Like I've been screwed by SSI and all this bullshit, and the whole time I've been doing my homework, studying, learning, researching. I'm not faking shit. I'm making because I from I'm honest, all right, and it's part of my profile. Like honor guides me, what is it? Honor binds or guides me and binds me into a fault. Really, it does. Like to the point where I won't take advantage of a girl, even if she has her legs open. I'll be like, close your legs. We're not gonna do that right now. And the reason why we're not gonna do that right now is because I know if in like 5 days you're gonna be like, I regret doing that with him. I know. You feel good now. It feels great now, but you're gonna be like, fuck. I sure wish I didn't do this shit. So I don't. Steve Bannon, Trump's a Trojan horse. I think I was getting to like stupidity and intelligence, right? I think that's I can't remember. It's called intelligence. You don't learn it in school, but it helps it along. So right now, it's just we are living in a world of pirates. I would say it's they act. You act like, for example, they sent $1,000, and the pirates came and like, oh yeah, you go here. Every in reality, you're supposed to go over there. You go over here. They took your money, and then we're living over there. And for a while, we just kept sending the money that way. It turns out it's the wrong place, and all society is starting to develop over there. This is the second America, fake America. Yeah, and so you start trusting people like P Diddy and all these motherfuckers. Turns out they're all rapists, pedophile, murderer, fucking people, and you're surprised. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It's like, what did you think was gonna happen? They're fucking fake it to make it bastards. You know what I'm saying? The problem is you have ADD. You gotta stop. So, anyways, intelligence. So the difference between education and intelligence is education is taught, and intelligence is your ability to be taught. For the most part, it's very complicated to explain because it's like I'm the master of it. I'm probably the best person in the world for this shit, but I'm gonna have trouble explaining it. The reason why is because if you can pin it down, it changes. That's the most I can say about it. Is the second you know, now it's education. Now intelligence is something else, right? That's how it works, and that's why I won't explain it because I don't want it to be like I want it to be known, right? But I don't want it to be known to the point where now it's taught, because that's what they did. Like, oh, this is how you get in relationships. You fake it till you make it. Like this, you pretend to be something. You pretend to be, oh, I'm this, I'm this. Look at me, I'm so great, I'm superior. How are you doing, madame? Or what's up, how you doing? Yeah. And like, I'm fake, completely fake. And then now you're in there, and then she expects you to be who you are, but you're completely fucking fake. You're nothing, and it falls apart. Whereas me, I'm real, but guess what? I'm older. Like age is just a number. Don't get me wrong, but intelligence, school is a place to go to get educated. Like math is a language. There's nothing beyond it. Like it can be bullshit. It can be fake. It can be bent. It can be skewed. It can be altered. Like it doesn't work. We just say it does. Like that's most I'm gonna get into right now. If you want math majors, I can blow your mind and make you realize and make you hate the fact that you became a math major. And at the same time, in the same breath, I can make you be like, oh, okay, never mind. Okay, all right, there is some kind of value in it. All right, I literally have done that to math majors before, so I will do it to you too if you want. I can, but because I know what the fuck I'm talking about, and you may not like it. That's what a lot of people are. I don't like what you're saying, so fuck that guy. You know what I'm saying? That's what they did with the truth. Like Ben Shapiro, I hate the dude because he's completely changing, or he's bought off, or he's stupid, or he's tricked, or he's a sellout, he's a whore. Whatever the case, he's wrong now. So I'm not like him. He's like me, right? And the facts don't care about your feelings, and that's a fact. It's not Ben Shapiro fact. It's just a fact. Facts don't care about your feelings. If they did, the world wouldn't have been gotten anywhere because that's kind of why men lead and women don't. I'm I'm not saying that women can't. It's just that most women that can don't. They don't want to, or they have kids, or they step down, right? And the only one who can step up is a man. So that's why men lead, right? But for the most part, when you get to women, it's more about the feelings. Basically, even when they have kids and whatnot, it's about feelings. I feel this, and it's a wonderful thing that they act on their feelings and they feel certain ways, but that's not how you lead, or that's not how you education essentially. That's not how you facts, basically, right? Because at home you feel a certain way, and you were wrong about the fact that you felt that way. But we're all glad that you felt that way because what would have happened or transcended is a bad event that you overlooked, but you were right about, right? Or you were misguided and you thought this and this came up, but this is bad too. So we're glad that you felt that way. You know what I'm saying? Um, but the world it don't care about your feelings, right? So you can feel like don't go that way, don't go that way, but everything tells us to go that way, and unfortunately we're gonna go that way. And that's what math is it has to go that way, and it goes, and it gets fucking devoured. And like, well, what if we say this, and then now you can do it. And so the way math really is like a tower building. It's like a tower building up, right? And there's wind blowing, and then they keep on saying, okay, well, if we'll just say, And they keep going up with it. And it's like, dude, stop. Stop. You keep wanting to, oh God, it's tipping again. Oh God, oh God. And that's what they're doing. But because I want to be in the books, I want to be forever remembered, I want to be great, I want to be all this stuff, I want to be, and then all of it, just all of it. Because I guarantee, when we decide to go back, there'll be hell guys like me that show up and then really break it open. We look into it and we're like, it doesn't work, 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 doesn't work. And it's just all the way down. You're gonna realize, um, it actually doesn't work. um, so let's see. But again, the only way you can say that it doesn't work is if you have intelligence, and education can be taught, and it can be taught in a way that is wrong or not true. And I've been talking for like 20 minutes, by the way. Not that I'm gonna end it or anything like that, but I need to open what's it called? The stream, the my channel thing, so that people can I can talk to them. Yeah, because I've been ignoring people for so how you doing. Uh, I gotta shut up, shut up, shut up. Oh shit. Okay, let me do that. All right. So, intelligence, like education and intelligence, they're a wonderful thing. I'm intelligent, like max level intelligence. I had shitty teachers. It's the only reason why I'm not educated is because I had shitty teachers. To the point where I would say most animals are intelligent too, and this is why you can teach a goldfish to play football essentially, or they're finding out you can have a lion and a tiger and live together as friends. And they just never had anyone there before showing them that. And the problem is, just like the world now, is there are people that say, "Oh, they will never get along. They're not best friends. Never, 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 never." And then, sure enough, today it's that we should have a picture, and you see Tiger and a lion together, and they're best friends. They're playing, and they've known each other for 20 years, and they've never had a problem, right? The person who said never, never, never just wanted to be remembered to be in the books, and that's the problem. We're allowing these motherfuckers to rise up, and they shouldn't be. And there's a bunch of them. There is a bunch of them. And there's people like Elon Musk who earned it to a certain point, and because he's earning it, he's able to get so fucking far. He's spending all his money to keep growing and growing exponentially. And the reason why the government is like keep money out of politics, or the way that like, we're gonna take the money from the rich. The reason why is because of that, because he can lie until he has all the world's money under him, and he's like, well, I can't do anything, and the world's a husk, and it's dead, it's on fire, it's exploding and breaking down. There's pirates and ninjas everywhere. You know, nothing you can do. And he just has all the money. They live on an island somewhere, and they're gonna be like, well, I guess that's it. And then nothing to do but fight each other at that point. And then I won, boom, and that's it. And humanity has to restart. But the people back then were really smart, and they realized that's where we're gonna be. So we're just gonna make sure we don't end up there. So we're gonna make it to where if they have an idea, then they will be rich for like a generation or two. But after a generation or two, then the money starts to go back into the world, and the whole world will prosper again. It's just going up the whole world. The only way humanity is gonna grow is if the whole world, if people stop starving, people stop killing each other, people stop stealing, people stop this and that. Like the main reason why crime exists is because there's rich people in the world. And there's poor. Don't get me wrong. There's poor. Obviously, that was the you should know that there's poor people. But the reason why they tried to blame the poor people, oh, the reason why the crime exists, because no, no, no. That's just the people that are going to be criminals. If the world was rich people, then the criminals in that world where it's nothing but rich people. If that was the world and poor people were dead, then it'd just be the poorest of the rich people. You know what I'm saying? It's either way it's gonna come back. No matter what you do, what is it? What is it? What is it? So just get rid of that. Okay. What the fuck is that? I don't know. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? It just goes down to the island. That's all it is. That's all it is. The money's here. The money's here. And when you zoom in, that's basically what the rich are saying. Fuck you. Look how low my hands are. Fuck you. I'll tell you that small, but it's small. And the reason why is because I was a slave when I was a child. And as great as I was doing and as right as I was, it didn't matter. My parents were like I have a thing called the asshole test. Oh, real quick, uh, to have long limbs, it basically means your parents and you either got along very well and you actually were succeeding in life. But most people that are like that tend to be people that just never learned that no is an answer or can be responsive. They were just never told no. Whereas me, I grew up and yes was not an answer. All I knew was no. Right? All I ever knew was no. That's why you have small hands. Right? And there's people in the world that like, oh, I'm told, but that's why most of them are rapists and murderers, and that's why they have bad parents, or they don't have parents, why they don't have a dad. So yeah, I can get into that too. That's crazy. Again, smartest man in the world. Um, but so then back to it, so intelligence, education. Um, I'm just ranting, by the way. Just fuck it. And I'm gonna definitely upload this too. I don't give a shit. Um, if you want to talk to me, by the way, hell yeah. People like I get messages sometimes with their colors of the sun. How come you like to go on the ground? And what's going on? And they disappear. I'm like, okay, what the fuck is the point of all that shit? So it's just I learned to ignore. Oh shit, what am I doing? Okay, so here. Mm. I'm not. It was just cause I feel good right now. I feel pretty good. Intelligence and education. There's a lot of people in the world that are educated. Like that doctor, you can be educated, but you can be the stupidest motherfucker in the world. There's what Louis C.K. was talking about. Like he didn't think about it as much as I did. Just one of the smartest man in the world because I suit you. I'm not Louis C.K. As great as you are, as mindful and intelligent as you are, I'm more than you. All right. I like intelligent people. Like I'm just like um. How can I explain it without flagging myself? Like I have thought about bad things um right for a while, but not like really like I wanted to do that. It's just like I feel like I wanted to do that. Does that make sense? Like, like I'm like, what the fuck's the point? Like, why should I? Like, what's like? Why continue? Like, the world sucks. The world's terrible. The world's not gonna do well. And what keeps me going is the fact that I know I just can't reach very far right now. Right, and I need it's literal the grassroots. I need the only way I can get my word from you, a viewer, to another viewer is grassroots. You tell your friends, they tell their friends, they tell their friends, and that's it. That's the only way I will get known is grassroots, which is dying, admittedly. And the only way Bernie CK died was because grassroots is dying. Like that whole operation is dying. Once upon a time, it wasn't so weird to be connected, right? Like if you go to Mexico, it's they say it's very Mexican for a bunch of people to live in one house. But have you tried it? Like I mean, avoid your family of overly self opinionated, self wants, self desires, My own conquest defeats all conquest. If you're not with me, you're against me. Despite all of those mindsets, right? If you have that, just I'm Ben, right? I'm Ninja on Ninja. I live in a house with a family and my sister, and it's my sister's boyfriend's family. They ain't here, but we all live in the same house. The thing is, I'm in my room just like I used to be when I had my own house. My own house. I'm get less invaded now with more people in the house than when I lived only with my mother, basically, right? And so, yeah, it's my mom can say whatever you want, but what I'm saying is this idea is once you like get these things out of your head, it's poor education. And once you jump that out and face it with intelligence, you'll realize like, oh shit, it turns out it's not so bad, right? Like, oh, the cost of a house is this much. It's not so bad when you split it 3 ways or 2 ways, right? And really, that's what it is. Like, it's a big fucking house. You can afford to pay that much because you're paying it and they are paying it, right? They give you money, and so now you take that money and you put it and you make the payment, and then boom, we're good for the month. And guess what? I still have all my money. And guess what? So do they. But the house is paid. Get a house, right? So the point is, there's a bunch of standards in society that shouldn't be, and it's like they're trying to poorly train you so that you end up with shitty lives for the rest of your life, and so that you have nothing and dead end jobs for the rest of your life. Why? So that the rich, the people that actually know that they are thinkers and smart and actually intelligent, and they know what's going on in the world, like they can benefit and they grow when they're bastards and you know, they don't want and they're just kind of evil and they're terrible. But when you have a good person with a heart that really wants to be there and to help you grow, it changes, right? That's what I'm trying to say. Like you don't want like they're trying to poorly train you to make you live a shitty life and you feel proud of having a shitty life, but they're benefiting from it. Look at us, we live in an empire. I drive a jet everywhere to go, blah blah, right? Like Taylor Swift, of course, it's Taylor Swift though. Like she can have a house in every state, and I'm fine with it. It's Taylor fucking Swift, right? But you are just some dude that works in the government. Why the fuck are you taking a jet? Who the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to pay you that much. Like, what the fuck? That's the problem. But they keep pointing, oh, this person. And you're too stupid to realize Taylor Swift is a queen. Everybody knows who Taylor Swift is. And everyone loves Taylor Swift. The only reason why you don't like Taylor Swift is because you hate her because you're programmed to hate her. It's kind of like racism. Like, if you hate Taylor Swift, chances are you hate the opposite color that you are as well. Like, chances are you're just that stupid, right? Cause that's my belief with racism. By the way, I don't believe in race. Racism exists, but I don't believe in race. I don't think there's a difference between a white person and a black person. I think that you are the same as me, it's just you came from Africa, so you could look different. That doesn't make you a black person. It just makes you an African person. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You're just an African. You're not black, you're African. And yeah, you are black, but you're not black. You know what I'm saying? Like you are black skinned. The color of you is black, but you're not black. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's another point too. Um, I will bring up because fuck you, and I'm going to get my video. I don't give a fuck. I was talking. It's on YouTube actually. I was talking to some dude, and basically, here you go. The dude's name was Philly Thug. Phillythug. Philly Thug. He's a dumbass. So I said, okay, hold on. So Brittany Venti, is this you? You will be around blacks. You'll be around blacks. Is some microaggression to see from such a viral person like you. So Brittany Venti. Will the president personally matter when your kids have to live in the ghetto and eat garbage food because everything is too expensive? If you vote Kamala and you're not in the 1%, you will live around blacks. Okay? Let's acknowledge that demographics are in the ghetto that people all say they don't want to live around without saying it. What? Let's acknowledge what demographics are in the ghetto that people all say they don't want to live around without saying it. I'm saying the quiet part out loud. So you can kind of race kind of exists there, um, but at the same time, it's also facts don't care about your feelings kind of moment where it's like, yeah, it's true. It's true. Like what she's saying is true. You can think about it how you want, but it's true. Like regardless how you feel about it, it's true. And there's a reason why, because again, racism isn't true, but they believe it is, and they held back colored people for a long time. So you're gonna encounter them, and most ghettos will only have colored people, and black people, or gray, brown people, blue people, yellow people, purple people, whatever. And so, anyways, so I said, which got 5 likes on a post with 270 likes. It's not bad for whatever. I said, screw that girl, because I hate her. May she die alone. But yeah, I don't see the issue. If she said the blacks, maybe, but as is, no. She stated facts. Move along, right? And someone hits me up and says that is entirely weird place to draw. That is an entirely weird place to draw the line. The only what? That is an extremely weird place to draw the line. Only at the. Why? Because you don't know what you're talking about. Makes sense. And he said, sure, go ahead and talk like that in real life if you know what you're talking about. You'll get what's coming to you in due course. Nothing will happen. It's called stating facts, like saying a person is fat. If you don't like the truth, too bad. Grow a spine and grow up. He said, like I say, go ahead. I don't envy the life you'll end up living. You seem like a delightful human being. I said, and it's because I live in a factual world and you feel that way. It makes you a terrible person. I know you really thought you're really tough. Oh, I know you're really tough. I don't know why you put a pair of comma there. I know you're really tough and really fun at parties, probably 4 feet tall. You don't need to keep flexing. I said, no, you are the one trying to flex. I'm just not having it. Facts don't care about your feelings. Sit. And he said, you are just mad. You are just mad you mean. Look at you quoting Ben Shapiro. So predictable. And ironic given how emotional you're getting at with me. I am what Shapiro wishes to be. You're just sad. Basically. It's because we're talking about a black guy. And, like, so what? You're black. Okay? Yeah, you act like that's an offensive term. Like, stop. Like, I've said this before, I forget the word. But you're adding, I think it's the N word, nigger. Basically, so you're adding a context that it does not carry on its own. It's just like black person. It's just a word. There's no context. I'm not saying negative. I'm not saying positive. Just the word, black person. Just the word, nigger. It's just a word. It's just a word. Now, if I were to say, fuck all you dirty little N word, that, you see why I said N word? Because it's different. That is a loaded statement, right? Your term for nigger and being offense is a loaded statement. You are loading it. You're loading it. You are, right? Don't load my words. Don't load my words. Just like black person. He loaded black. I just said if you're black, you're black. It's like calling a fat person fat. So what? It's just a statement. It doesn't mean anything. But if you're gonna make it mean something, that's you loading it, not me. I am not going to pay for the thing that you're doing. That's where the right's coming from with the left, basically. That's why I personally, I'm not right. Right, I'm pulling away from the right. Well, to you guys, it looks like I'm right. I'm not right. Yeah, I'm not right. You know what I'm saying? I'm pulling away from what you guys see as the left, but I'm not left either, and I'm definitely not the middle because I do feel a certain way about certain things. I do. Whereas the middle is kind of neutral. I'm purple. I'm above it. I'm together, but I'm like a real purple. I'm actually purple. And when you start taking it too much blue, you start to change the purple. I'm like, stop it! And you notice I'm going red here, but it's to do this. So it's to center it. Get off! It's the center. Stop pulling it. Center it. You have to understand that while that's happening, while it's going this way, if it does snap, there are people waiting for that snap to take it, to grab it, and to pull it and make sure it goes all the way until it goes. All right, they want that. So that's they got another lesson too. So that loading word context, it's a very important thing, and you would know about it if you're intelligent. Education don't teach you that shit. Because education is stupid. So, like, education, I would say, like, at the beginning of life, like, when you're first born, all you are is intelligent, right? All you are is intelligent. Like I said, like, I guarantee, like, if you put baby in water, it's going to float up, right? That's intelligent. It's going to stay alive. If you put baby in water, it's going to stay alive. Not all of them. Not all of them, because some of them are pretty fucking dumb. Some of them are fucked up. Some of them have birth problems. Some of them have complications, right? But for the most part, if you put a baby in water, it'll stay alive. The reason why is because it's intelligent. And I'm not saying that the ones that died aren't intelligent. I'm saying that they have birth problems and they died. They might have stayed alive, but they died. We're not talking about them here. So don't make it about the dead babies that did just, right? We're done with just a baby, a normal baby. Throw it in water. That's what a baby will do. And as far as staying alive, it will continue to breathe. Eh, I'm breathing air. Look at me, I'm a baby. Right? It's where at the baseline, it's just that's all it is. but education is important. You have to know how to talk English, right? Yeah, you can't live your life tongue like that. I'm saying you can't do that. I like it cool. And we know who's gonna and who's gonna talk to you on. I'm saying, and so you encounter this in the black, not black people, but a lot of black people, I would say, and you also encounter the white people. You darn dude, woo, yeehaw, yeah, I know. She going down there and she can do woohoo. And it's just because they're fucking dumb. They're full of life and spirit because they may be intelligent. There may be some kind of intelligence present, but for the most part, and due to education they don't have, they're stupid, right? And again, up until about 12th grade, I think it's 12th grade is the top. Like when you're a senior in school, and you know English and math and science, how to talk. You know, you have all this shit under your belt, and now they throw you into the world. You know all the shit, but they the one thing they didn't teach you is intelligence, and basically how to make yourself smarter and whatnot. And the reason why is because the rich are paying for these nice schools, and their kids are growing up intelligent and educated. And whereas like most black people and colored people, you just get teachers that teach from a book, and when you call them out and try to like fully understand something, like myself, and being that I was a smart ass growing up, and so I was actually willing to actually adjust the teacher. Like, hey teacher, I have a question. What is this? Oh well, that just ignore that. And those kids like, okay, I'm like, but teacher, I don't want to know what is this? Like, why is the thing? What is it? Don't want. Where does it go? We're math here. Numbers don't just disappear. Why is it there? Tell me. And this, they never had the answer. So I'd go get suspended, or a referral, or the support room. Where that was their response. So an intelligent individual, right? Because the schools sucked. I guaranteed if I had a better school, I'd have a better life, right? That's probably where my brain tumor came from, because I had so much intelligence, but I had nowhere to put it, so I just dumped it into a tumor until it can pop off, and either kill me or kill itself or whatever. I don't know, whatever the fuck I want to do. Yeah, yeah. So education and intelligence, like I know that was the point, and there's the difference. Education is what you go to school for, like learning science and history and math and whatever. And all that shit is education. You're being educated and using your intelligence to learn that shit. But you need a standalone. Basically, once you get put out there, you have no initiative, you have no drive. I think that's why they're trying to make you eat like grass and stuff like that. And what do you see in grass? Horses that is like la 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 la, and they're having a good time, but they're stupid. And most things that are meat eaters like are sitting there like like an eagle, for example. You know what I'm saying? Like the bald eagle, the American pride, right? I sitting there thinking like, I wonder. Let's see, equals MC square of gravity. If no one applies, and the chemistry and the atomic bomb, and oh look at that fucking small rat, ha! And it just takes off and goes to get it. But I think that's what the diet is. It's kind of like it makes like it's why you're taking medication for your low testosterone. Basically, it's because you have fucking with your diet, right? Like, for example, there's probably certain places in the world where I wouldn't mind if it had Soylent Green, because I can trust the places to actually put what I'd need in it. Like it keep me like healthy. It hits all the marks that I all the fat that I need, this, that, everything I need, it's there, right? But there's some places in like the world, in California, and even like Tracy, I wouldn't eat the Soylent Green. Stockton, I wouldn't eat the Soylent Green. and for whatever reason, but the reason is like, or the fact is, I wouldn't eat the green because I don't trust the places, and I know because the medication, right? I had a brain tumor, and I was taking like a hydrocodone, and for a long time I was taking it, and then one day it stopped working, and they tried to tell me tolerance, and tolerance is not a sudden thing; it's an overtime thing. And this medication went from working to not working at all, like at once, just bam. They tried to say, "Oh, it's tolerance," and blah blah blah, right? And I think that difference is why I wouldn't trust the Soylent Green is because they know they're giving me poop. They're giving me poop because I'm a low provider, right? I need the money, so I need help so I can get back into life. Basically, I'm not a homeless bum. That's nothing, but they're treating me like that, so I would not. Mm. The system's too automated. It's too fucked up. It's too without person. Like, don't take it like personal. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't make it about my family, but understand there's families, right? That's what I mean. Like, keep personal as far as knowing there's families involved, but don't make it personal towards my family involved. And that's what a lot of the world is, unfortunately. Like with Trump, I bring it back to him. Like his family is literally the government right now. They all have government jobs. All of them have government positions. All of them have the government wages. All of them are taking the money, and all of them are this and that and that and this. And it's not good. But again, like if you had intelligence and you were eating grass, you probably know more. You want to do something. That's why probably a lot of laws ain't being contested, and people ain't going to court, and why they keep on settling out of court so that laws don't change. You know what I'm saying? Because once they go through court, then the rules have to change. But if they set out of court, they swear, okay, my bad, I'll stop. But the rules don't change. And people who are getting away with it still get away with it, right? Whereas if it went to court and it actually went through, then it'd be a court ruling that it's illegal to do this. And so if there's any kind of, like, if anywhere out there in the world there was any sign of what happened, basically I could then sue you for a lot of money and you'd be fucked and I'd be rich. And that's how it should work, but they settled out of court so that they'll, aha, instead it goes to court. And then the whole process starts over again. Okay, well then they can settle out of court. He gets $20,000. He feels great, but guess what? They still do what they're doing, or they make it to now you. It's kind of like that's what they do. Like in the world, like what's it called? There's this dude that I follow, Sean Paul Reyes. I love him. He is Long Island Audit basically, and what they did. I hate to see it. Like he needs me. He needs to hire me. I'd be really good for his team. I would I I would work for him just so he can pay me, essentially. But in reality, he'd be working for me because he'd come to me. Like I'd be like a lawyer in a sense, right? Like you're paying me to advise you. That's what I would work for him for. I'd be a paid advisor to him in reality. But like there was a ruling basically where it allowed him to record in the precincts, allowed him and only him. And the reason why they did that is because of what I just said. If they ruled that cops weren't allowed to do that to anybody, then all of them across the nation would have to change. But they don't want to do that. That they want, like you. I'm sorry, Sean Paul Reyes, but you didn't change anything in that sense. Like, okay, fine, you're allowed, but nobody else is, and you're like, okay, and so now you can do this thing that everybody should do, and you feel good because you're able to go in and make a scene, and they know you. They know you, and everywhere you go, you make a scene, and they just, and then nobody does anything because again, they just fucking eat grass, and they're not meters, they're not going out and fighting for what's right to party, right? All they want to do is party and relax. They want to do your work. They want to do the whole thing. They don't want to fucking stand up for what's right and shit because they're fucking. Anyways, uh, yeah. But yeah, I see it. I see it all. I see it all. Anyways, I've been ranting for how long I've been talking. It's been about an hour, actually an hour and 18 seconds, 19, 21, 22. So that's crazy. The fact I felt an hour perfectly. That's cool. So I've been talking for about an hour. So I'm gonna stop. But yeah, if you want rants like that, come by. I have a lot of information, a lot of knowledge, a lot of intelligence to dump into the world. There's things that I know that the world should know, and the world would change. I promise you, the world would change. Like especially like if with me with the leader, I'll never sell. You can offer me, you can say everything in your life you only is free. You can't buy things. I can't buy things free. We can make plans to the point where it's exactly what I want for the rest of my life, and you can give that to me, and I'd be like, no. The reason why is because it doesn't help everybody. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm what Sean Paul Reyes claims to be, but I actually am. Like I'll give him props for going out there and doing what he's doing. But right now, all he's doing is going out there and kind of giving like you a little dirty bastard, like a noogie, and he walks this way, you little dirty bastard, and then he push him off and like, okay, I'm sorry, and but they keep business as usual. Like when you're not there, business as usual. Yeah, I'm a corrupt bastard, and the world sees it, but it's like statistically, that's it. It's just, doop. That was you, by the way. That was you. That's it. Whereas here's me, doop. It's slowly going down, and it will always go down because you like I my word again grassroots. I will only spread because of by your mouth, or when you tell me about your friends. The reason why is because the notifications, the algorithm is a lie. It's bullshit. The reason why I know is because there's a reason why you'll see the same video show like 5 times, and it's like, dude, it has like 1,000 views. Why am I seeing it 5 times? Why am I seeing it like at all? In fact, it's because the algorithm's bullshit. It's just like they want you to watch certain things. Like they're picking things for you to watch, basically. That's what they're doing. And then there's rich people in the world that can pay, and like, you know, I'll give you $1,000, force people to watch you for a week, you know. Like for a week, I want at least to be brought up 3 times to every person in the world that I want them to see me 3 times. All right, that's it. Every day, 3 times, and I gave you $1,000 for a week, and it's okay. So there's you, and there's you, and that's it for the day. But and again, $1,000 for that. There's people that can do that. For example, or I'll give you $1 million if you just dedicate your channel to only me. Like if a commercial hits, it's me, and that's all they see for the week. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'll do that. For how much? 3 million. Okay, yeah, that's cool. And they pay it, and then that's it. Meanwhile, people like me, we're lost center somewhere because the game's rigged, bitch. The game's rigged. But anyways, I've been talking for about an hour and 4 minutes now. Shit. But anyways, I'll be back later. No, I'm still gonna be live. By the way, I'm used to doing this at the end of my stream, not the beginning. But yeah, overall, intelligence and education, there's a big difference between the two. Um, intelligence is something that you have inside, and again, as long as if you dropped in the water, anything that swims back up or floats back up, anything that stays alive in water or tries to at the very least is intelligent. I'd say at the very least tries is intelligent, right? And of course, this outweighs like birth problems or complications or whatever. Like a human is intelligent. If a human dies in the water, it's because something was wrong. That's basically it. At the end of the day, it's because something was wrong. There's something wrong with it. Maybe that baby would have been the most educated, or probably would have remembered for the rest of his life as something like just eternal memory type of deal, right? Like it remembers everything forever, like, no matter what. Do you remember what I just said like 10 minutes ago? You mean about yeah? Oh, what was in the year 2000 on October? Which day was Thursday? Which Thursday? The second one. Oh, that was the ninth. And oh my god, and like this crazy shit, right? That's the kind of baby that probably would die in the water if you dropped it in the water. But that doesn't mean like for example, Spartans. Like if it was deformed, they kill it. Basically, that's a good way to make sure you only think one way and only one way. It's a good way to keep your race ants and fighters. They're only just, you know what I'm saying. It's the difference in my head and my brain that allows me to be me. And maybe that one guy I brought up earlier about the big head statement, maybe he had some truth to it. And the reason why is because it allowed further thought that the system couldn't touch because they had a program that only filled 100% of a normal brain. But my brain is 120% of a normal brain. So the extra 20% allowed intelligence to continue to the point where now it overtook the rest of the brain, right? Because that's intelligence. At the end of the day, like, you have to understand, like, humans, the human existence is like you literally have energy and you get tired and you gotta go to sleep. Every day that's what happens, right? And the whole point is to be up, do things, and go to sleep, right? And then being alive and what you want to do is get intelligence and be as smart as you possibly can. And when you go into the world, and the most people like, and the reason why I want to do that is like a party and have fun, of course, like that's really good. Partying and letting loose, and having sex, and just doing all this shit, right? Like a lot of things the kids are doing now, that should be after they have gone to school and all that shit. After they've learned everything, after their intelligence has carried them as far as they're gonna go, and now I can't grow anymore. Now you start fucking having sex. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm as good as I'm gonna be. Now you know what I'm saying, now to have a kid, right? But it happens, and it's fine to have sex, you know, throughout the years or whatever. But I'm saying like when you stop learning and you just party, that's what I'm saying. And when that comes up, that's you're allowing your educate, and this is why you get people that are like 4 year old pizza delivery man, and it's like you can't be a banker, you can't do anything. Like that's sad. Like holy shit, how are you alive even? Like basically, because that's what it is. And when you're young, you're very intelligent, very intelligent. This is why I hate AFK games, because literally, it's made to be interesting, made to keep you wondering what's next, what's next, what's next. But in reality, it's all it is a machine that's just increasing the value by exponential or something or something like mathematical that they know or that's not intelligence. Math has nothing to do with intelligence. You can use intelligence to figure out math, but math doesn't work the other way. Anyways, the point I was trying to get to is that's why I hate those games because like you could have been the person that cured cancer, which I don't think cancer is a cure. I just think there's ways to prevent it. But you could have been the person that cures something, right? But you played an AFK game, and you had sex and party and drink your whole life, and now you work at FedEx. You know, you're a 40-year-old person now, and you've done nothing with your life. And you're 40, you work at FedEx, and it's just because you want to have sex and drink, and you just want to fuck with kids all day. And that's the world of today. That's what most people in politics are. Is they fake it till they make it, and then they fuck all your kids and your daughters, and they ruin this and that until they get caught. Or like what's called when Trump became the president, and he wanted all this bad shit to happen. And instead of being like, fuck you, Trump, I'm not doing it. And you can sue me and we'll go to court. You can't do it. Instead, there's like, fuck you, Trump, I quit. And it's like, you quit. And he's like, yep, I resign. I'm keeping all of the things I worked for. And that's why I quit. And it's like, so why didn't you quit the whole fucking time if that's all you wanted? Oh, it's because it's easy payment, it's easy money. And that's what the government is. Sadly. It's just they want easy money, and it's easy right now, so fuck it. Might as well just write it out. Just write it out until nothing happens. Fake it till you make it right. But anyways, that's it. I'm out. Again, I stream all the time. Hit the follow button, hit the sub button. Learn, grow, and become more. We need you. Like the world sucks because we have too many people who want to party and not enough people who want to work. And working is hard. Unworking gets you tired. But when you work the next day, that work that you've done, you look back and you can feel good about it. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, that's it. So peace.